I like bicycle riding. I love to go out riding trails. I want to start getting back into kayaking. I do enjoy getting in a launch when I can. My family moved here to Florida from Massachusetts when I was 8 years old. I lost my father when I was 11, and I have an older sister, but she's much older than me. It was just my mother and myself here in Florida. We had each other, and we had our faith. For me, confirmation was profound. It just lit a fire in me, and I wanted to be more involved in the church. I didn't know what I was going to do when I graduated high school, so I just went ahead and I went to local community college, and I was following this path as a layperson in pursuit of building the credentials to teach the faith. I was offered a position here at my home parish at St. Timothy, and that's when it began being my parish in 1996. So it was during my time here that I met my future wife, and we were married in 1998. And had my daughter, Sarah Rose, in 2000. Then I was divorced and annulled. At that point, I was teaching in the religious studies department at Trinity Catholic High School in Ocala. During that time, I was invited by some clergy and religious to strongly consider a vocation to the priesthood, which, considering that I had been married and that I had a child, that was quite striking to me that I was still being invited to that. And my daughter was young, so I figured, well, I have a lot of years to discern anyway. Whether you are a known entity or not, the application process is thorough. That your relationships are positive, that in my case, that my daughter was supportive. I think it made a big difference that I have an excellent relationship with her mother. And then she surprised me by saying, when you go up there, I want to drive you up there. So we went on a road trip. So as she put it, I want to drop my dad off at college. Pope St. John the 23rd National Seminary in Weston, Massachusetts. It's a national seminary for later vocations. They have a podcast called Never Too Late. It is something that really can happen. It's not a gift just for 20-year-olds. Our Lord Jesus calls people at different ages. By the time you reach 50, people do tend to be a little set in their ways. And that much may not change, but as far as knowing yourself, when you enter a formation process, you see things in yourself that you may not have noticed before. You realize what areas in your life you still need to work on. You also might be surprised to find some gifts you didn't know you had. And it all contributes to, number one, being a better human being, being a better Christian, and hopefully a good and holy priest. Both as a transitional deacon and as a priest, we're called to proclaim the gospel and to meet people where they are in their lives, whatever those struggles, and to accompany them through sacraments, through pastoral care and counseling, through preaching. We always have to remember that message of hope. There are people that come to Sunday Mass that are having troubles in life. They've had a hard week. They're coming to find refuge in God and find inspiration to move on. I really believe they need to hear the gospel message of hope.